Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. How you guys doing today? I'm doing really good. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far. I'm having a really great day. We're back playing some Minecraft again today, playing some Feed the Beast Beyond. And now that we're getting out of that voice, I don't know, that's one of my intro voices. But yeah, hope you guys are doing fantastic, because I'm really excited to get into what we're going to be doing today. I'm really excited to get back into Minecraft. But of course, before we get into that, I want to say thank you guys for sitting down with me today, because I really do appreciate it. I'm really glad you decided to come hang out with me today. And I also wanted to say, for all those people who are just joining in for the first time, I hope that you guys have fun while you're here, and who knows, maybe if you might subscribe. I don't know, it's free. But anyways, on to what we're doing today. Actually, before we do that, I have been working, as you guys could probably tell. I have changed some things. I keep forgetting to mention this, and it bugs me, and I always remember it whenever I'm editing, but I changed the texture pack over to Faithful. It is, if I remember, I'll put it in the description if you guys want to have it. It's just, I think it's 1.10 Faithful. It's nothing really huge about that. But I also have the sky texture. If you guys ever watch my vanilla series on Ballentinelp, or just in general that single player series, this is the setup that I always use, and I always forget to mention it. But I changed it over to that just so it's a little bit more familiar for the usual peeps that are around. I don't know what the sky is called. I know I borrowed it from False Symmetry. I don't remember where she got it, but I use it because I really like it. And I think it adds a little bit to it, and I also turn up, clouds. How did you get out? Oh! I can't have you out because you're infesting. Goodbye. Good times. Need so much. So I have been quite a busy person. As you can probably tell, I have been doing some things with my stuff. And I've upgraded my jetpack to tier 3. We got the energetic jetpack because I went and... Luckily, I enchanted this last episode, and I didn't even show it off to you guys, but I got a looting 2 sword now, which is great. It has smite 4 and fuel efficiency 3, which makes no sense to me, because I have no idea what that means. I also went ahead and made some diamond armor. Both of these have protection 3, and this one has fuel efficiency 3. Again, don't know what that means. I made long fall boots. Now, somebody recommended me making slime boots. Now, I was looking around. Not very much, but I did look around and I couldn't find a slime island. So I made the next best thing, which were long fall boots, which these things are just diamonds, obsidian, and iron. Basically, it has the toughness and the armor rating of diamond. Actually, it has one more toughness. I'll go figure. But these guys are pretty powerful, and I'm excited that I made them because I don't take fall damage, which is great. Also, I have upgraded my little wind power solution up here. Now, I was getting some comments from you guys. Yes, I know. If I raise these guys up even higher, they're gonna give me more power, and that is actually my goal to do. And I came up with this idea after I built this one. Now, my original goal was just to kind of layer them to having him like this, like tiled layered. Like I was gonna have another one probably back one block up and then be on the same level as this and then have them in that direction. Or, I don't know, because I think it looks cool, because then I'd have one there and one there, but then the next ones would be there and there, and it'd just be like a pyramid. So my idea now is to probably just extend these up from these main points. Like I'd just extend it up from there about so blocks, maybe probably like right here or so, I don't know. And then I'd put another one, and I'd do one there, 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 and there, and then it'd be 4 up all the way up to build limit, probably at 255. I feel like that'd be a great idea, but the problem is I'm slowly falling. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I can't wait till I can get this guy up to tier 4. Too bad there's no tier 5. That's super sad face, and that was my phone. Hope you didn't hear that. But the problem is I don't know how to run the power down, and now unfortunately we don't have tesseracts. So great. If you guys have any idea for that, if there's another item in the game that I just don't know about, don't know. If you guys are wondering what the mod list for this, by the way, just go look it up on the internets. Yes, I said the internets. Yes, I'm quoting George Bush. I love George Bush. Anyway, so today I was thinking about what I wanted to do today, and I want to go ahead and start working on infinite storage. I know a lot of you are probably like, oh my god, you're jumping into that already. But yeah, I want to start jumping into applied energistics today. And hopefully we can get ourselves a system online. Now, I don't know exactly how much of the resources I'm going to need. I don't have a lot of quartz, but I'm hoping that I have enough to try to get done what I'm going to be trying to get done. Now, with applied energistics, it requires a whole lot of stuff. unfortunately, because I have to. If you guys don't know what applied energistics is, for some strange reason you don't know, which I mean, there's no problem with that. Some people aren't into modded, but basically it's just a giant chest. It's built. The mod itself is built like a computer, and you need to have like memory storage. You need to have like monitors, memory banks, and stuff like that. It's basically just a gigantic computer, and you can store all your items in it, which is great because I like keeping all my items in one place. Now, what I'm going to end up having to make, for those of you who don't know, is I'm going to have to make storage drives, which go... Where are they? These guys. So I got to make storage drives. I'm going to have to make storage... Well, this is the drive. This is then the housing storage for the drive. It's a thing. So I got to make the drive. I got to make cable. I got to make a monitor. I got to make Is the power transfer thing still a thing? Is that thing? Energy acceptor? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to make one of those. And then, unfortunately, these guys do take items that I don't have, which means I'm gonna need to make flux crystal, which I gotta drop one charge quartz, one nether quartz, and one redstone to make these quartz crystals. These guys aren't that more expensive. It's whenever we start getting into the upper tiered stuff, which are the seeds and stuff like that, which are these guys, which takes the quartz dust and the sand, which might not sound like really expensive because all you gotta do is just if you take, I do believe, is it the same? I think it is. Should be. Yeah, it is. Okay, so if you crush these guys, you get two of them, or you get one of them out for the crystals themselves. If I had the ores, I'd get two. But the way that this is supposed to work is that you guys gotta drop these seeds into water. They grow over time, and then it takes forever to do that unless you make accelerators. Did anybody get that? You get that? You get it? No? Okay. So, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to do to get that going. Hopefully, I have enough resources. Probably don't, because I know I don't have any nether quartz. Oh, goodness, I didn't think about that. Great. So, I got to go in the nether. So, that's what I'm going to be doing today. I got to get a lot of stuff ready for that. The only other things I thought I would mention before we get started, even though it has nothing to do with you guys, I'm trying to record this video with no headphones on, and I am very loud. You know, I don't like headphone hair, so I just got out of the shower and I wanted to keep my hair nice and shiny and stuff like that. But I decided not to wear my headphones, and I just wanted to see how loud I am pretty loud. So the reason that I decided to jump into this really early is the fact that I want to start working on our major base build, and I need to eat. The reason that I want to do this is I want to start on my major base build pretty soon, but I need a lot of resources for that. And I know some people in the comment section were mentioning... That was one, by the way. That reminds me, I need to make a magnet. That's a thing. But I want to get a lot of resources ready for that, and the way that I want to do that is to make a quarry, because some people are asking me, why have I not made a quarry yet? Now, unfortunately, the problem with that is there's not a lot of options to go with the quarries. Let's look. Quarry. No, I put at quarry. Okay. The only quarries that we have available is the quantum quarry from Extra Utilities. Now, I don't know how this works. I don't know how quantum quarries work, but I know I'm going to need another star. So that's the thing. But before I build this guy, I want to have, you know, storage to throw all the stuff in. I don't want to just make a chest and put all that into there. I want to have like an actual system to throw my items into. At least that's my that's my idea for that anyway. So that's the reason I'm jumping into applied energistics right now. And plus it's something that I need to do anyways, so hey, it's on my to-do list. So I got some work to do. I'm gonna get to work and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have been doing quite a bit of work, and I thought I'd bring you guys back in because I don't want to do everything off camera. I want to bring you guys in and show you guys what I've been doing, because it kind of dawned on me. Not everybody has worked around with applied energistics as much as I have. I've done this mod so many times I could do it inside out and backwards. I've been playing around with applied energistics back when it was easy to do everything. Back in applied energistics 1, the original applied energistics, that wasn't super difficult to do everything. It didn't take so many steps. So this is more for the people who have never messed around with applied energistics, or are just trying to use it, or just trying to do the basic stuff. I want to show you guys how to do that. And this mod looks like it's really complicated. There's a lot of steps involved, and I will say there is a lot of steps involved. But they're all pretty simple steps to do, and it's relatively simple. It's really just like It's a lot of crafting, which is kind of unfortunate. So this mod requires quite a few different things, as you guys can probably tell that I've already built. So these are my crystal growth accelerators. This is my energy acceptor. I got some cable hooked up to these guys, and these are my inscribers. Now, the reason that I went ahead and built these guys, because I'm going to be using them later, but the core principle of this mod is that you're going to have to, of course, build those set things that I was talking about earlier. Whenever you start applying Energistics, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start making flux crystals, and you're going to want to make crystallized stuff, which are these guys, which are these Certus quartz seeds. Now, the flux crystals are pretty simple. Let me see, where are they at? These bad boys, these flux crystals are really stupid simple to make. All you gotta do is get 1 charged quartz, 1 nether quartz, and 1 redstone. And then take them, drop them in, literally just drop them in plain water. You don't need these crystal growth accelerators. Drop them in water, wait a couple seconds, and they'll spit out those flux crystals. Super easy. So the way that, if you guys don't have charged nether, well, not charged quartz, then you could just build this charger thing. Now, this thing does not run off of RF. Wait, it does. It does now. I thought it didn't. Oh, go figure. I thought this thing actually needed, I thought it needed a energy acceptor. I was using it with an energy acceptor, but it looks like it has KRF. Maybe it does run off RF now. I don't know. So maybe this thing will run off RF now. Oh, I didn't really test it, but all that aside, you're gonna need something called a charger, and what you need to do with this guy is you got to take your Certus quartz, stick it in there, wait a couple seconds, it'll change color, bam, and then you get your charged back. Super simple. These are used whenever you're making those flux crystals. So now, what the next step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to make these guys. Now, luckily for me, the meteors are disabled in this mod pack, so I can actually craft each one of these presses. And these presses are used to make the drives that I'm going to be creating. Are used to make these ME storage drives, because you're going to need these logic. You're going to need different kinds of processors for each level of the drives themselves. The first ME drive, the 1K storage drives, only take the logic processors, which takes, of course, a logic circuit, redstone, and then a printed silicone circuit, which is basically this is kind of like the base. This guy's on top, and this guy just interlinks them together. And of course, these guys are going to be used inside the inscriber, which I'll show off in just a second. But the way this guy works is each one of these, like the next level, is going to take your calculation processors and these 1K storage things, and then as you go even higher, it starts using these engineering presses, which takes, unfortunately, diamond. So each one of these presses have a specific thing that it needs. Now, the silicone press does, of course, silicone. The engineering uses diamond. The calculation press uses pure Certus quartz. And the logic press uses gold. Now, these are, of course, really easy to obtain. These guys, this one and this one, are really easy to obtain. The silicone I got from was it sand? Yeah, I got that from sand, I got that from mining, I got that from mining. Now, this one, on the other hand, is where it really starts getting complicated. You have to make these Certus quartz seeds, which looks easy, because all it is just Certus quartz dust and sand of any kind. Of course, that is made by pulverizing Certus quartz. Now, the reason that it becomes difficult is because these guys take forever to grow. And the way that these guys grow, and this is one of the dumbest game mechanics because it just makes you wait, is because you have to throw them in the water. Now, I'm going to go ahead and make some really quickly, because I'm going to have to make more anyway. So let's go ahead and do this really quickly. Actually, I think I'll make half a stack of you guys. Let's just throw you guys in there. I'm going to take this guy because I was making some of this for later. Let's take you, and let's go grab a piece. Lag. I hate it when that happens. Let's grab ourselves some sand. Let's go bam, bam, boom. So the way that these seeds work is that you have to throw them into water, and then they grow. Okay, they have to actually go into the water. They go, and go into the water, dang it. There we go. And then they start growing. Luckily, they don't despawn, so you don't have to worry about them. So you can literally take these seeds, throw them in a lake somewhere. Like, I just take them and throw them in a lake over there, wait about 3 hours. No, there's not really 3 hours, but it takes about, I don't know the exact time, but it takes forever on their own. And then just wait for them to grow. That's it. Now, luckily, they added into the game, well, it's not a luck thing, because they added these, and then they added the crystal growth accelerators to make them go faster. So basically, these things, after you place them around a source block, makes them grow faster. It's stupid. I don't understand why they did this, but it used to be super easy to make all these things, but now that just makes it's a waiting game now. I have to sit here and wait for these guys to grow. But luckily, you can throw as many as you want in here. You can throw stacks upon stacks upon stacks in there, and they all grow at the same rate. So I could literally throw 30 stacks in there, wait about, I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes. All of them are then done. They like don't stack upon, their times don't stack, luckily, which is good. And like you can throw, like I can then throw 2 more seeds in it, but these guys will end up getting finished before the ones before it. It's all calculated inside of Minecraft, so enough with that. So now each one of these will work in a different way as well. You have to, this is where all the time is wasted, in my opinion, all the processing speed. But you have to actually wait for these guys to work to make the basic parts of each one of these presses. So that will make the logic, and this guy will make the, I think it's the calculation. I said calculation. I know, this processor. And then these guys will make the engineering. Engineering. I'm not cutting this out. This is my fury because I don't like this. I hate that they did this. And then this one, of course, will make the base, which is just the silicone. And now you're gonna need a lot of silicone because silicone goes into everything, but each one of these, of course, has a different process. Now, luckily, you can speed them up with acceleration chips, but I feel like it's a cop-out. You shouldn't have to do it in the first place. So we're gonna make the first one, bam, bam, and bam. Today. You guys can tell I'm tired. This mod takes forever to work around. Building all these things was terrible. I hate building them because it's just dumb. So let's go ahead and go into the next part, which is to make the first little guy, which is you. Now, I don't want to use you, because you guys are pretty expensive, so I'm going to go use my regular ones. Actually, it might be smarter to use the other ones. I don't know. So let's go ahead and make our first ME storage component, and then these guys will then go into the storage housing, like so. I'm going to need redstone. I'm going to need quartz these, aren't I? So let's go ahead and grab some glass. Do I have any glass? Question mark? Let's grab this. Let's go put this guy in here, and let's wait for that to smelt. Boom. Grab you. And then we'll go ahead and make... Bam! We'll go ahead and make 2 of those. And then I'm gonna need the iron. Grab you. And then survey says, bam, the first storage drive. Bam. Now, luckily with these bad boys is that as long as there's no memory in them, you can always take them apart and reuse the components. And of course, when you take this apart, it'll give you the housing back, which is good. Because the housing is pretty essential for this, but I'm gonna keep that guy. So let's go ahead and make the next component. Luckily for me, it should be pretty simple. The next component I'm gonna be needing is the image drives, which is gonna take, dang it. I gotta make those now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now, instead of boring you guys, I've been talking a lot, don't like doing that. I usually like doing most of this off screen, but I wanna go ahead and explain this for those of you who don't really mess around with the Energistics very much. But basically, these are essential, these guys are essential, this is essential, and charger, not really essential, but could be very useful if you don't feel like, if you can't find any charge cords. Useful. And then, I gotta make the rest of it. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have finished, I think, I have finished everything. And my god, look at this inventory. You know the mod is crazy when your inventory ends up like this whenever you're done. I don't even want to explain any of this right now. What happened? It just happened. It got away from me. Anyways, so I've made everything that I think I'm going to be needing. So, all right. So the first thing that you're going to need is you're going to need yourself a... Okay, where did I put it? I think I shoved it in here. Okay, you're going to need yourself an ME storage drive. This guy is going to be holding your bays, which are going to be holding all of your items. Now, I don't know where I'm going to be putting this thing. I didn't really think about that. I'm really, to be honest, I think I'm going to set it up here, but I'm going to set it up prematurely over here because I'm not going to be needing those anymore. So I'm going to set this here. Okay, and then you're gonna wanna take yourself some cable, you're gonna run it to a source of power. Now, luckily for me, usually what my setup is I have a ME drive, I have an energy acceptor right beside it, and then I have a tesseract. But unfortunately, there's no tesseracts. So, I am then going to daisy chain it off these guys, because these flux cables actually chain power, I think? I do believe they run power. Well, of course they run power, because that's what's powering these things. So I'm going to daisy chain that off here. So I am then going to take my panel, my terminal, which I made an ME crafting terminal. Now these guys are made by ME terminals, which are made by my calculation processors in the crafting grid. Now these guys are made from a bright or dark illumination plate or just a regular illumination plane. And then of course these formation and annihilation cores, which each of these are recipes that are fun to do. So then this last one is that one. So now this guy is going to allow me to access my network. So I'm going to be able to access my things here. Now the reason that I made the crafting versions because I like having these crafting grids. So of course I can make stuff in that way. So the last thing that I'm going to be needing is my drives themselves. Now the way that these things work, I don't think they're working. Yes, it is working. Okay, so let me go ahead and shove these in here really quick. Goodbye. I don't need that. I don't need any of that. So let's go boom, 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 boom. There. That's it. That's all you need. I did all of that to make this. I hit my mic, I'm sorry. But I did all of this craziness to make these two. Well, actually, technically, these three things. Crazy, isn't it? Now, the fun part now begins. This is my favorite part. Whenever I build an ME system, I just feel so satisfied doing this. But I get to take every single item I own and just shove it inside of the system. And it takes care of everything. It takes care of all the number counts. It takes care of all of the items themselves. And everything that I shove into this gets put onto these drives right here. Now, the way that these guys work is each one of these drives can hold up to 63 different types of items. Now, and they can also hold up to a number of bytes. I don't exactly know how much an item takes up as byte form, but because I never really pay attention to that, I have always felt the need to build the biggest storage that I possibly can at the time that I'm doing it. And I always find that these 4K storage drives or these 4K storage sales themselves are the best buy, especially at the beginning, because 1Ks are just way too small. You really won't be able to get through all of your items with just 1K storage drives. So I'll always do 4Ks. I never go up to 16 because I never use all the bytes of 16. I end up using types more than bytes. So usually whenever you're messing around with the Energistics, you're going to want to mess around with your types. Quantity over the quality, in my opinion, because you're going to use the types more than you're going to be using the bytes. Hey, it's a thing. So now I'm going to be going through every single one of my items and having the ballest of baller times just doing this. This is just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about doing that, but this is so satisfying. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. I hope that you guys had fun today. I had a lot of fun today. I really did, even though I sound really tired, which I am extremely tired, but I had a ton of fun doing this, and I hope that you guys did as well. So don't forget, guys, if you hated this video, you know where to put it. But if you did enjoy, do not forget to hit that like button, guys. I don't need you guys. Not you guys. I need you, but I don't need you guys, which means this guy. All these terrible tools, I don't need these anymore. I'm just going to let you guys despawn. Goodbye. Brian, it's been a pleasure. I don't need him anymore either. But don't forget to post any questions, comments, or smart marks. Comment sections are down there. I'll learn from you guys. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. No ball. Have a great and wonderful rest of your day. And I thought I'd go ahead and say this, but if you guys have any questions about this mod, just hit me up in the comment section. I'll try to explain it more. If they're major questions, I'll bring them up in the next episode. But I'll try to settle them out down there. It's pretty simple. It just requires a lot of crafting and a lot of time. But trust me, it's worth it. Because when all is said and done, everything that I own is now in one single block space. Oh, I love Applied Energistics. And what's really great about this, and I know that this episode's going long, but what's really great about this is if I ever wanted to pick up my stuff and just move, I could tear everything down, stick it all on this terminal, take these drives out, and it's mobile storage. I can take these wherever I need to go. That's what's so great about it. And all of this, it keeps track of everything. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.